I've heard only indirectly about this meeting, I think in November 14, something like that you plan to have, and it's being advertised as not the traditional meeting that most people here are accustomed to, where you go in some big assembly, break up in small groups, or use open source systems and use flip charts and all that. It's going to be something different. It's, as I understand it, and I've not talked to the meeting organizers, it's going to be a genuine attempt to get to the core issues, and not simply sit around and talk or drink coffee and the other thing which we ordinarily do, and certain people dominate the discussion as they tend to do. And so there, as I understand, there's a search for a genuine, authentic attempt to mobilize community, almost in the tradition of this society way back. And I've been to that place, where it was formed initially. So that's my understanding of it. And I'd like to know more about it, because it does produce a unique opportunity to strike out in a whole new way for a whole community, a whole country for that matter, to resolve issues like it has never done before. Honest talk, safest place in any crisis, always the hard truths. That ability to put the hard truths on the table, non-political, non-sectarian, no agenda on the part of anyone, yet at the same time, a rigid discipline of problem resolution that comes out of what's called value engineering and value management, or the work with my colleague Itzhak Adizes in corporate life cycles. It's a way to mobilize authority, power, and influence. It's called CAPI. Otherwise, you have the people who have the authority. They go off in a retreat somewhere and they come up with goals, mission, vision, and come back and try to drive change down the organization. No longer. Or people who have the power, who sit back and watch, and those who have the authority come back, and then people with the power, often it's labor unions, sabotage it. And so you have that. Because we didn't get to decide, we're going to sabotage it. Or you have people with the influence, typically they're the consultants from America, Britain, or elsewhere, and they come into town and spend the nights at the Blue Lagoon, and they sit around with your local people and come up with all the intelligences from some other society. And then your job is to go sell it to management, not any longer. CAPI, coalescing, authority, power, influence around the same table at the same time is the new model.